Republicans are turning on their own president, and the flashpoint is Iran. As pro-democracy protests spread across the country, President Donald Trump issued a stark warning on Truth Social, declaring that if Iran shoots and violently kills peaceful protesters, the United States would step in. He ended the post with a chilling line: "America is locked and loaded and ready to go." But instead of unity, the message triggered open revolt inside Trump's own party. Georgia Republican Marjorie Greene publicly blasted the president, saying his threat of military action is exactly what Trump voters rejected in 2024. Sharing a screenshot of Trump's post, Greene accused Washington of once again drifting toward foreign wars while Americans struggle at home. She warned that taxpayers are furious over waste, fraud, and billions sent overseas, not eager to fund another overseas conflict. Greene argued that America's focus should be defending constitutional freedoms and fixing problems on its own soil, not threatening military intervention abroad. Her criticism marked yet another public break with Trump, following earlier disputes over the Epstein files and rising costs of living. Kentucky Republican Thomas Massie also went on the offensive, accusing the president of ignoring Congress and overstating America's role in another nation's internal unrest. Massie argued that any military action against Iran would require congressional authorization, and warned that Trump's threat had less to do with free speech than oil, money, and geopolitics. Notably, Iran remains one of OPEC's top crude oil producers, raising questions about Washington's real motivations. While Republicans clash at home, tensions abroad continue to rise. Iran has been rocked by renewed protests driven by worsening economic conditions. Human rights groups report mass arrests, while Iranian media confirm deaths and injuries following violent clashes, including an attack on a police station in western Iran. Trump doubled down in his message, accusing Iran of routinely using violence against protesters and promising U.S. intervention if it happens again. But Tehran fired back immediately. Iran's foreign minister, Abbas Araghchi, condemned Trump's remarks as reckless and dangerous, accusing the U.S. president of hypocrisy and interference. He warned that Iran's people will reject any foreign involvement in their domestic affairs. Senior advisor to Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, Ali Larijani, escalated the warning further, saying U.S. interference would unleash chaos across the region and threaten American forces stationed nearby. The confrontation revives painful memories of 2022, when nationwide protests erupted after the death of Mahsa Amini in police custody, unrest that shook the foundations of the Iranian state. Now, as Iran's streets once again simmer with anger, Trump's warning has drawn a hard line, intensifying tensions overseas while exposing rare and growing fractures inside the Republican Party. A party once unified around America First is now divided, and the consequences could stretch far beyond Iran. New videos emerging from Iran show a country on edge and a protest movement entering a far more dangerous phase. On the streets after dark, fires burn, not just in anger, but in defiance. In western Iran, footage shows protesters setting a Shiite seminary ablaze in the city of Farsan. In Khuzestan, a statue of Qasem Soleimani, the powerful IRGC commander killed in a U.S. drone strike, is torched on the eve of the anniversary of his death. In another unprecedented scene, videos show demonstrators burning copies of the Quran and Shia prayer books during overnight unrest, a move that strikes at the very ideological core of the Islamic Republic. Across Iran, the protests are spreading and intensifying. From Qazvin to Qom, from Babul in the north to Khuzestan and Fars in the south, crowds chant slogans once unthinkable inside the Islamic Republic. Death to the dictator. This is the final battle. Pahlavi will return. For the first time in 5 decades, pro-monarchy slogans are dominating the streets, openly challenging clerical rule and the supreme leader himself. At least 6 protesters have been confirmed killed in clashes with security forces, with reports of more deaths emerging from other cities. Demonstrations and strikes have spread across dozens of cities, including Tehran, Mashhad, Isfahan, Loristan, and Khuzestan, reaching even the holy city of Qom, a core stronghold of Iran's religious establishment. Outside Iran, the reaction is swift and politically charged. The U.S. State Department says the protests reflect the Iranian people's understandable anger at decades of economic mismanagement and repression. British politician Nigel Farage calls Iran's leadership an evil regime that must go. And Israeli minister posts a message declaring, "I stand with the people of Iran." A U.S. senator says the regime's weakness has been exposed and claims the Ayatollah's days are numbered. Meanwhile, Iranian authorities remain silent on the growing death toll, even as fires, slogans, and chants light up the night. As Iran enters a 6th day of protests, one question now hangs over the country. Is this another crackdown or the beginning of a historic rupture?